Hey, what is going on, my friends out there? I'm Jake James Lugo, and welcome to Gamers with Games. Now, we're going to talk about something that I've touched on the channel in the past, because I felt like it was important, but obviously some more stuff, not only discussions I've had on Twitter, but also stuff I'm seeing on the internet, on YouTube and such, really kind of bring the subject to light again, and I think it's important to discuss it whenever possible. So, if you guys haven't seen already, IGN recently did a video about Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue from PAX West this past weekend. Marty Sleva as well as also Andrew Goldfarb were talking a little bit about their impressions from the demo that they got to play over there with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, as well as also Back Cover, or Kingdom Hearts Key Back Cover, the movie that they have on that collection. I'm pretty sure it was the same demo that myself as well as a bunch of other people that we know, some of your favorite YouTubers, got to play when we were at E3 and back in June. With that being said though, a lot of the reception for this video has been outwardly negative for a couple different reasons. You know, a lot of people still are hating on IGN as a website, as an outlet, and they don't want them to cover the Kingdom Hearts series, which is incredibly insane. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But also, it seems like a lot of people are reaching, and because of that bandwagoning hate, they're hating on the website for a video that they did, where they were just giving their honest impressions about the demo that they played. And immediately it's like a really terrible thing, and they're immediately trying to demonize the website for that. Now, full disclosure, let's just get this out the way right now, okay? Because some of the stuff I feel like I'm going to get into and I'm going to talk about, a lot of people are going to ignore if I don't kind of address this right now. Especially, again, if you're closed-minded and you don't like IGN specifically for whatever reason that you have, personal or otherwise. Yes, I do freelance for IGN. Yes, I do have reviews and such published on IGN's website. And yes, I do hope one day to actually work for them or whatnot. But regardless, though, none of my opinions and none of my thoughts in this video are influenced by that whatsoever. I feel like that the topic and the discussion at hand here and the big issue is a lot bigger than myself, a lot bigger than IGN, and a lot bigger than some of the fandom that's out there, okay, whether it's Kingdom Hearts or otherwise. It's this idea of bandwagoning hate, this sheep mentality and this herd mentality, for the simple fact that people want to be part of the discussion so bad that they want to be able to have a similar opinion in order to be relevant in the eyes of everybody else. They don't actually want to formulate their own opinion. They would just want to do what's cool right now, and whether it's hate on a website or say that something is good or not immediately look at something from a critical perspective and see all facets of the argument and see the entire full picture, but just look at one specific thing because everybody wants to have their opinion validated on stuff. But I digress. I just want to put that out there and have not only full transparency, but also have an understanding with you guys that this is how exactly that I feel regardless of what it is over on the side. With that being said though, the reason why I'm talking about this again, not only because I feel like, you know, IGN is being kind of treated really unfair in this regard over a video that they were just being honest and giving some of their impressions about, and everybody's knee-jerking and everybody's having these extreme reactions, saying that again, oh, IGN is insulting the Kingdom Hearts series again or whatnot, when that wasn't the case. I saw Skyward Wings video and I saw a couple other videos that were posted around on YouTube, and I feel like Skyward Wings video kind of, you know, best kind of, you know, gives his opinions and also best describes like what is actually happening here. People are just hating on IGN just for the simple fact that it's IGN. People are just still mad or bringing up again and again and again issues from years ago when, people were upset that Mitch Dyer, at the time when he was still working there, said that he didn't like Roxas as a character and he felt like he was garbage and nobody else really cared about him. The man's personal opinion, and immediately that the internet just has to demonize him and the website he works for, not taking into account there's a whole bunch of other people that work there that might differ from what he feels, but also because of the rewind theater that happened way back during E3 when everybody was over at E3 covering it, and then two people did a rewind theater, even though they were like pronouncing things wrong, they didn't know a whole lot about the series, they were just doing their immediate on-the-fly reactions and stuff. Which, by the way, the other person, which I'm going to mention in just a bit, that I was actually on there, did a rewind theater after they took that bad one down and redid it again so everybody could have a good rewind theater to cover it and such. But I digress. We'll get to that in just a bit. But everybody's so mad about all these other things and completely just demonizing the website, saying a whole bunch of like terrible, nonsensical stuff, and saying that the website has no credibility when covering the actual series, yet they're completely ignoring all this other stuff that IGN has done in the past with various other different people about the Kingdom Hearts series, whether it's Kingdom Hearts 3 or any other of the games that have come out, you know, up to this point. I think it's just a little bit amazing to me that people have become such hardcore fans of something, become so gung-ho and so extreme and hardcore in their fandom that they completely either become closed-minded and, again, start having this sheep/herd mentality because, again, there's a whole bunch of other fans that love the series or whatnot, and as soon as you say something negative or something that might not be in agreement or in accordance to how they feel, automatically everybody has to jump down your throat in that matter, and I think that kind of sucks. big time. It's made even worse when different individuals, whether they have a personal opinion or whatnot, have big, large audiences and inspire people to do the same thing. And I really think that's a big problem. And I think that's terrible, for a lot of people out there, whether you're a YouTuber or a content creator or someone that works for a big website, again, covering different games and such, that you're going to feed into that type of fire. You're going to add more fuel to it. Now, here's the reason why I mentioned that. I got into a discussion after watching Skyward Wing's video and seeing a couple other stuff with Skyward Wing and also HMK on Twitter. Again, those guys are my boys, they're my friends and stuff. And even though they're my boys and my friends, I still, again, sometimes we don't always agree on such. This isn't flinging mud at them, this isn't saying anything bad to them. I don't want anybody to take that out of context and such. Just a bunch of guys just having a discussion on Twitter, having a talk / debate or whatever. But basically, we kind of all differ a little bit in our opinions on the matter. Now, while me and Skyward Wing kind of agree a little bit where they feel that this types of reaction from people, sending them constant messages about how IGN is at it again and doing all this different type of stuff, it feels like it's a little bit extreme and kind of uncalled for and such. At the same time, HMK has always been vocal about how he doesn't like IGN. He always felt like, in his personal opinion, that they're a website that doesn't do good stuff or does one thing or another, that he just really dislikes them as an outlet. And I think that's fine to have. But where I have a difference with, and where me and him don't necessarily agree on, is that that's his personal opinion, that's fine and everything, but in my opinion, you can't demonize a website for some of the stuff that you hold personally against them, that you don't agree with, that you don't like about them. And also, if you disagree with like a couple individuals that work for that website, you can't just automatically say that the whole website is shit and that the whole website has no credibility when covering the series. I think that's a very unfair judgment because, again, not only is it a company made up of tons of people, but they've done content about Kingdom Hearts, whether it's Kingdom Hearts 3 or otherwise, that have said a variety of different opinions about the series. There's a woman that works over at IGN named Esmeralda Portillo, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name wrong because I know some people say Portillo or Portillo like that, but Esmeralda did a whole bunch of editorials related to Kingdom Hearts. She even has a Kingdom Hearts related tattoo. I think it's like 1 or 2 of them on her body because she's such a hardcore fan of the series. She just happens to work for IGN. But she did a whole bunch of other editorial content relating to not only what stuff that people want from Kingdom Hearts 3, what stuff is like expected, some of the other content related to the development process and everything going on behind the scenes about Kingdom Hearts 3, etc. The list goes on and such. But because everybody wants to focus on the Rewind Theater, everybody wants to focus on Mitch Dyer's statements, and everybody, for whatever reason, wants to focus on the little kind of like unboxing figure from the, I think it's Play Arts Kai that they did, I believe, of the Riku figure or the Sora figure, something like that, or Riku and like Halloween Sora, I can't remember, it was a while back. But everyone wants to focus on little stupid things that they had issues with, or they didn't necessarily agree with something that someone said like that. Automatically, all that other stuff gets canceled out and such, and the website should go to shit and they should never cover the series again. Not fair, not cool, not a great perspective to come from. And again, personal opinion is a personal opinion. You could have that and such. I don't think you should use that as the basis for your judgment on an entire website, let alone something that a whole couple of individuals put out there. And immediately that just because they have that outlook, that their reviews and their previews and their videos and their podcasts are completely irrelevant. I think that's not fair whatsoever. And there are people that actually believe this. I know, again, HMK has somewhat of an opinion about them with his own stuff, but then you have other people that either his fans or people that follow all these different people's content, or just people that just hear stuff from the echo chamber on the internet, whether it's comment sections or forums or wherever else, that think all these different types of things. And I'm like, why? Why is that the case? Again, IGN covers everything. They're never going to stop covering the Kingdom Hearts series. You're not going to stop a website just because you are so angry at them for something that they said. Doesn't mean that they're going to stop covering it. Again, you might not care what they have to say, but you're still watching their video and you're still looking at their actual editorials and commenting in the comment sections about it. So you obviously care, which shows that you still are interested in their stuff. If you don't like what they have to say, again, you don't have to read it and stuff like that, but it's not going to stop them from covering it. Again, it's a big major AAA release. That's coming from Square Enix. Everybody loves Kingdom Hearts in some form or fashion, but they're still going to cover it no matter what their opinion is about that. And the big thing from the PAX video that people seem to have the problem with is that Marty said that he is a little bit worried about it, that he doesn't think that because Dream Drop Distance is the main tentpole game of the collection, that it really is going to hold up as much compared to Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. Main reason being is because a lot of people, myself included, don't really like Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. There's flaws about that game that definitely doesn't have the same charm as some of the other games do. But again, it's a personal opinion. He was just divulging his opinion, his first off-the-cuff impressions from playing that demo. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But because he said that, and because everybody feels that the title of their video is clickbaity, because it says Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 has us worried like that, everybody immediately is going to get all upset and up in arms and be ready to rally against IGN for that small little thing. And I think that's not cool. I don't think that's right. I don't think that really kind of, contributes positive discussion or positive, clashing of ideas to the discussion about the series itself, the Kingdom Hearts series, or of what IGN was actually putting out there. It's just a mob mentality. It's a sheep mentality. It's a herd mentality. It's this bandwagoning hate that really needs to go. And I've noticed this over the last few years of the Kingdom Hearts series fandom specifically. Every series and every kind of, game that's out there, every franchise is going to have their pockets of people that suffer from the same thing. This isn't exclusive to the Kingdom Hearts series. But it seems to be the one that's just the most reactive specifically to IGN, because everybody, for whatever reason, feels like they were wronged or that they were slighted because of a few small little stupid things that, for whatever reason, were made into a big deal about it. Regardless of how you feel about what was done with IGN and their content and stuff, I don't think it's fair to demonize a whole website over a few stupid things, let alone a personal bias, let alone any sort of opinion that you might not agree or disagree with. Like that. It's not fair not only to the website and the people that work over there, but it's not fair to a lot of you guys, fans of the series, or to the series itself, because there's no positive discussion being had. It's just people shouting, people being very vitriol in the comments section, and people just not being overall genuine with their outlook on the series or any of the stuff that's being talked about or whatnot. So, with that being said, I think a lot of that has to change. Hopefully, it's something that, changes up over the next, few years or whatnot, especially after Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, which, by the way, remember I said this, okay? I'm going to put this out there for everybody. Remember I said, no matter what score Kingdom Hearts 3 gets on IGN or any other website like that, if it's not going to be a perfect 10 or anything of the sort, and even then I would argue it's still going to be the case, people are still going to be very upset, and people are still going to be very nasty and unfair to a bunch of different websites, especially IGN. And I bet you when actually the game comes out, Marty Sleva is actually going to be the one that reviews it. I think it's fine. I think it'd be cool because Marty's done so much content related to the game or leading up to the actual release of the game. But people are still going to be so upset because it's him actually doing that and because it's IGN reviewing it that immediately they're going to say a whole bunch of nasty stuff. They're going to be very nasty in the comment section. They're going to say, oh, it has no credibility. IGN doesn't know what they're talking about. Whole bunch of nonsense right there. That right there is the type of mentality and that's the type of outlook and perspective on stuff that kills good discussion about video games and makes this whole community or any other community out there completely toxic and completely, not appealing whatsoever. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on the matter, guys. Hopefully you guys got some food for thought out of it. Again, hopefully you guys listened. Hopefully you're not closed-minded. Hopefully you're kind of open to the idea of listening to other people's opinions on both sides of the plate and such. But leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys feel about the matter. Again, there's going to be links in the description box to all the stuff that I mentioned. Again, the discussions I had on Twitter, the video that IGN did, Skyward Wings video, a whole bunch of other stuff. I know Gamers Joint made a video about it not too long ago, and again, he has his own opinions on the matter. Again, all that stuff is going to be there for you to look at and such. Make your own judgment, make your own opinions and stuff. Hopefully you guys aren't nasty in the comment section below. With that being said, I will talk to all of you guys again real soon. Don't forget to leave me a like on this video, subscribe to the Gamers with Gains channel for all my videos related to gaming, stronger living, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch TV. I'm streaming every single weekday on Twitch, playing a variety of games. Been playing a lot of Pokken Tournament and a couple other surprise games along the side every single stream. If you guys want to ask me questions about this video or any other video or topic that I bring up on the channel, feel free to come into the comments section or to the chat of my Twitch streams and talk to me one-on-one there. I'm always open to discussing this type of stuff with you guys. If you don't want to leave a comment or if you don't want to send me a tweet, all that stuff and all those opportunities are there for you guys. I'm always open to that discussion. I will talk to all of you guys again real soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody.